yes, it's an exclusive MCOC news. It's all coming from New York Comic Con. Shit is going down. Exclusives are coming left, right and centre. Little hints are coming as well. And a lot of people are putting their frustrations to the developers. And the developers are answering very nicely. Which is kind of odd. Because not a lot of people would expect it. Especially with like the way you talk to people on forums. It doesn't feel like we're getting anywhere. But still, a lot of things are happening, and we'll go into them in great detail. And obviously, first things first, I've got a shout out to Lagacy69, who had a fantastic win at the first day of the tournament. I'm not sure, you know, any people going to the next few days. Hopefully, we can see some more, even like Seaton maybe even going for the tournament. So yeah, a lot of things still yet to come, but this is exclusive stuff. It also kind of piggybacks on a lot of stuff we knew from Slicem Gaming's live stream of the event and questions he put to the developer. So a link to Slicem and Frojo, because Frojo was doing his stream. If you go to Slicem's channel, you'll see the stream in which he is live at the event and also kind of answers a few questions that the community has in there. A lot of the information that I'm getting from comes from the Marvel Live New York Comic Con 2017 Day 1 live stream. This link to this video is in the description below. Go check it out. It's really fun. I like watching along because sometimes you might see some kind of familiar faces, and we do. So first up, this is taken from that particular video, and it's got I think it's Gabriel and the person who's the commentator talking about Marvel Contest of Champions. Obviously, as you can see, a wild killer is on the loose, and he's there. I kind of took this perfectly because he's staring straight at the camera. Also in this segment, he does talk about Modok, and we'll talk about that in a minute and why that's so important. In this image, you can see Yeet. Yeet's above my head at the moment, and then there's a little Seaton that's just to the left of him. Just the nose and just the glasses and a good chunk of the forehead. But yeah, I can assure you that is definitely Seaton. Unfortunately, in the video, you couldn't capture a little bit more than just that. But still, the main man, Yeet OS, is there. So good to see them both on. And finally, this one is taken from the panel side of things, and this is talking about Morningstar coming into the game. And in this particular section, as you can see, bottom left-hand corner, there is a very lovely Spider-Gwen. Arby is there rocking the cosplay. She's there all week, all the days running different cosplay kind of thing each time. So look out for that. Spider-Gwen today. If you follow her on Instagram or even on Twitter, you'll know what she's doing. So that's pretty cool. Right, so let's get down to the bare bones of what is so significant about the information that we know from New York Comic Con so far. So let's start and talk about the first thing, which is Morningstar. This is a character which I don't really like. It's just, in the game, I don't like the way that the character moves. It's kind of like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a puppet, kind of like, it's like a running puppet. It just doesn't seem anatomically working particularly well. There's lots of kind of like, it just doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. It's not a champion that I'm really going to go for. She's good, right, but she's not something I particularly enjoy. Guillotine was different in kind of like makeup and appearance and the way that she kind of functions and moves. She just moves like so anatomically correct. It's just not over exaggerated, and you can chain the champion a lot more. Obviously, we'll get the champion and find out how she kind of like functions, but it just looks like a puppet moving. Anyway, with regards to the story, I'm still not overly sold on the story. The chronological ordering of things is a bit of a bugbear for me, and the fact that we have to kind of go back to something that's happening. Mephisto is the catalyst for this being changed to then have this champion or character released from the Iron Maiden that she's in, and then turn into this beast that's selling your soul to the devil. They even said in the video that it's similar to Ghost Rider. Good old Bill Roseman. So yeah, not overly happy with that character. I would like them to do more work on Guillotine and kind of expanding that through a graphic novel, maybe even like a proper origin story that kind of goes down the Guillotine line of chronological order, or even just keep things in the here and now and what Guillotine is up to. Maybe a new foe has risen in France, and that was the foe that we should have really seen. So yeah, lots of things that I think would have been better with Morningstar, but that's just my own opinion. A lot of people will differ from me, and that's absolutely fine. Second bit of information is we are going to see a Thor Ragnarok challenge event, which is great because everybody's been shouting out for it. I'm praying that that I get Blade 5-star and then get 5-star Awakening gem somehow. If it's not from that event, hopefully from it's another one. Cannot wait for that. That's gonna be great. The other thing with that challenge is that obviously there's gonna be a Thor Ragnarok event to tie into the movie, which was said by Bill, and they have said that potentially Thor might not be a cosmic.
It's gonna be a very different Thor. That's all I can say. Thor is very different in this movie, so he's like he's trying to get his mojo back in a way, so he has different weapons, he doesn't have the Mjolnir, so we try to get that experience in the game too, with the different gladiatorial weapons and stuff. He might be a different class, I'm not gonna review right now, but yeah, you can expect some really cool things.
Which then puts him into either two lines, and there's a great conversation that was had on Slice'em Gaming's channel between Frojo and Slice'em, where and I do share this kind of like same vision, if you will, and that it could be Mystic or it could be Skill. Those are the two classes that he could potentially be, unless they find some stupid way to make him Tech. But I really hope to God they don't do that. But it's got to be either, if it's not going to be Cosmic, Skill, or Mystic. And people may say about like, why should he be Mystic? Well, there's kind of powers like Odin-based powers which he can then tap into for that. It's a bit difficult to explain. Some people will sort of know what I'm talking about, others may not, but that's what would potentially put him in the Mystic line. The other thing with Skill is he's going to be using a lot of gladiatorial based weapons, which was said in the piece, and that could be a thing. The next bit is Simon's moustache. Like Simon's moustache is the greatest moustache. It's the greatest moustache around. Simon says he watches YouTube, he watches like some of the videos.
I get to see some familiar faces on YouTube every now and again, that sort of thing.
Simon, if you're watching, for me, could you just twiddle your mustache like this? Just, you know, in like an old-timey fashion, so it curls up and around. Please, just for me. That would be amazing. Also, I like him rocking the farmer's cap. Like, I come from a very kind of rural-based like place in the southwest of the UK, which is known for like rolling fields, it's greenery, and a lot of farmers wear those hats. So rocking a farmer's hat, represent Somerset in the house. One thing I do want to share is at the end of this panel there was this great kind of speech by Bill Roseman, and yeah, it just goes to show, like he was saying that just follow your dreams, keep at it. You know, he kind of said that he was attending NYCC, and then he was just doing this panel. So it's like dreams can come true. And same thing for me, like I put out YouTube videos like thinking, oh, well, no one's gonna watch these, and then it's like people can start watching. It's, you know, it's part motivation, part luck, but it's all about grind, and that's obviously we know about that in the game. One thing I do want to pick on at the start of this interview with Gabriel, there was talk about Modok. I know he mentioned that. Modok is still quite prominent in some of the artwork, and you can actually see it in the video in there. There's a strong feeling that Modok is going to be entered because it's one of the characters that Gabriel loves, and also there was kind of light talk between certain people, and in that booth that it could be that champion coming soon. So it's incredibly exciting. They have been working on certain types of kind of movements for certain champions or future possibilities of champions, and that does seem fairly likely. And where does that kind of lead us with regards to new champions that could be put into the game? Well, it could mean that Professor Xavier could be put in, because obviously he's in a levitating chair, so that could be something in the future we could potentially see. One thing is, Caban were really keen on meeting people and getting ideas and kind of like, you know, getting the feedback on stuff, because obviously in the forums it's a very kind of interpersonal, it's not personal at all. And when people went there, it's absolutely excellent, because people were asking these questions and talking. Bases seem to be a running joke. Slice'em said this in the stream, and Frojo were talking about this. So that is something that's a bit annoying, so we're not going to see that anytime soon. The next thing is, Caban were taking notepads and they were noting down information that people were kind of giving them, which is great. It's good to see. If people have a complaint, or they have a grievance, or they're talking about something, it's best to either, number one, stay calm. Number two, tell people where things should improve. And if that person is not writing it down or not taking it in, then that's when you go batshit crazy. But people were actually there, like Caban people were like taking notes and kind of then you know, really kind of like, okay, that's a good, yeah, okay, taking it in, and then obviously they'll feed it back. Obviously, we hope they feed that back. That's the one thing, but that's been reported as what they were doing, so that is good news from that. A lot of talk about alliance wars and kind of improving things with that, because it is crap, right? It's completely easy to get to the end boss, and actually it's completely easy to clear it, but the element of skill is kind of lacking. Like, it's not as kind of like challenging as it used to be, and the kind of the MVPs are just like, you know, it's just not as good as it could be. Next thing is Marvel Insider. As we know, Marvel Insider stuff is coming out, and we need codes from New York Comic Con 2017. I've messaged all the MCC YouTubers that are there to see if they can get those codes for us, so I can deliver them to you guys. But as well, the problem is with that, I think it's time zone things, and I don't know if people are going to be willing to get that information, but it would be good. It would be good for the community to get those. So I've sent a Twitter message to Seaton, to Day, to RB, to Lagacy. Hopefully that they can get that for us, because hey, we want some points, man. We want some points. Points mean prizes and all that. So yeah, hopefully we get them, and I'll let you know in a future video. And yeah, if you enjoyed this MCC News exclusive and any of the things that we've mentioned, any of the stories, obviously go to that link to the live video, Slice on Gaming, Frojo's channel, and obviously congratulations to Lagacy. This has been an exclusive on New York Comic Con 2017. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content. And as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Have a great day. Whatever you're doing. Ta!